Hi everybody, it's Levi Sauerbrei. You can find me on social media at Nerd Butler or check out nerdbutler.com for more content. And we are on day 9 of our 30-day video challenge. And today I want to show you a little project that I undertook one weekend while the wife was out of town that earned me all the husband points in the world. And all I had to use was some parts I had laying around the house that weren't doing anything anyway. So here we go. So our story begins with the bathtub, which you can see right behind me, and this is one of my wife's favorite areas of the house. She loves a nice, quiet soak. But she had a problem. The problem was she wanted to watch TV while she was doing it. So she would bring her laptop in, and then there's always the danger of the laptop, falling into the tub, and that would be a problem. And I know you can buy these really nice laptop stands that fit across the bathtub, but that did not seem like the way we wanted to go with this. So one weekend, just before she went into town for a girls' trip, she was like, man, my life would be perfect if I could just watch Young and the Restless from my bathtub without worrying about my laptop or my phone falling in the tub. So she left, and when she came back, I had used parts that I already had laying around in my closet to solve that problem. So I want to take you guys through the solution, which you can see kind of hiding behind me back there. So this is the piece of equipment that started this idea for me, and it is one of the very first Bose Wave radios that ever came out. Now these things are built like tanks. They're never ever going to die. The sound quality is incredible, but they were built at a time before streaming media, before Bluetooth was really prevalent, so the inputs and outputs on them are a little bit limited, but we do have an AM/FM radio and a CD player hiding in there. Now we don't really own any CDs anymore, so that wasn't valuable to me at all. On the back, it's got a port to plug in a antenna for the radio reception, but it's also got some RCA input ports, and that gave me the idea, because if you have input ports, that means I can put other signals in here. So starting with that, we ran our cables up to, not a television, but this spare 27-inch monitor I had laying around. Yes, I'm the kind of person that has spare monitors laying around. The only thing I had to purchase for this project was a power strip and the mounting arm for this monitor. And I think the mounting arm ended up costing me like $15. So what we've done, because a monitor doesn't have any, you can't stream things to a monitor all by itself, but I also had laying around the house a Chromecast that I wasn't using for anything. So let's pull this guy out and take a quick look behind it. So I swung the monitor out a little bit, and the back here is kind of a mess of wires. Luckily those are all hidden when we push it back against the wall, but up at the top we have a power strip with a couple of USB ports on it that I affixed to the top of the monitor with Shiguru, and into that I have plugged in the monitor as well as the Bose radio, as well as the power for the Chromecast. Now, because I'm powering the Chromecast off of this power strip and it never dies, even when the monitor is turned off, I can start casting something to this device and then walk in and turn the monitor on before I go. So we see down here is our Chromecast, just kind of hanging out with the HDMI port going into the monitor. There's power for the monitor. Up here at the top is the power strip with our monitor, our Bose stereo, and the Chromecast all plugged into it. And then again, that comes back down through a little bit of adhesive cable duct work to the radio. Now, this is not the most elegant solution. It is not the most over-engineered solution, but what it does do is allows me to watch while I'm in the shower. And if we swing it back, it allows the wife to watch while she's in the tub. And like I said, the sound is great because of the way Chromecasts work. I've also added this to the house sound synchronized speakers. So if we tell our Google Assistant to play something in the whole house, it plays in here as well. And this has been a really fun addition. And again, just using parts we had laying around. So one last thing to think about as I sit here in the tub and contemplate my handiwork up there is that because of the way we arranged this with the Chromecast as our streaming device, I can use the volume controls on my phone to adjust the volume of the Chromecast, which means I don't have to get out of my nice warm bath to cross the nice cold bathroom floor to adjust the volume on the Bose. You just set the Bose to a nice high number and then use your phone to turn the streaming media up or down depending on what you want. So there you go. It was just a quick project we did one weekend, and what I want you guys to take away from this is if you have old tech laying around, it can quite often be repurposed. I could not bring myself to sell that Bose Wave radio because it's just too nice, even though I didn't know what I was going to do with it for a couple of years. If you have the space, I'm sure you got some stuff laying around. I had an extra monitor laying around because we had a couple of employees at our previous company, and when we sold the company, we had a bunch of extra equipment. Again, they're not worth anything on the resale market, so it didn't seem like a good idea to sell them, and I just didn't want to throw them away. And then one day, we found a use for them. So remember that your old tech can be repurposed. We're going to talk in a future video a little bit about what you can do with old cell phones, old tablets, some other devices as well. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will check out the rest of our 30-day series as we progress through. You can definitely find me on social media at NerdButler, or you can send an email to levi@nerdbutler.com if you have questions you want to get answered in one of these videos. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys. Thanks. Bye.